They are certainly trying to get it out of that neutral gear and move it forward, and that's what it looks like. This is kind of trying to forward the process of how to get the member companies, more than just on board in theory here. So to join the Libra Association, this is the consortium that's overseeing this proposed new digital currency called Libra. You had to commit $10 million to be part of it, but what we've heard is that that's sort of, that's all that's been done at this point. In October 14th, so later this month, after this DC meeting, the members will be meeting in Geneva, and we've confirmed from several member companies that they'll be attending that meeting. What's likely to happen there is a vote on the board of the Libra Association, as well as a ratification of this charter. So that would be the step that's required to kind of take this out of that just original commitment and move it forward. Now, that's all good, but there's this whole issue of what the regulators are saying, which is that they don't want this project to move forward until they're absolutely sure that Facebook and the Libra Association have complied with existing regulations. And we've heard not just from the Swiss regulator, which is technically the regulator overseeing this project in Switzerland, as well as the US regulator on the financial side. We've heard this from politicians, we've heard it from policymakers, finance ministers. This has really been a broad-based pushback. So there seems to be a good amount of hurdles that still need to be overcome from those regulators all around the world before that next step is taken.
It's a tough one for the likes of Visa and MasterCard to try and navigate, because clearly going after new revenue sources, and this has potential high volume, you can clip the ticket on it. However, the risks on the other side around know your client, and if you think about a credit card that's issued, they have very strong identity around that credit card. But with a Facebook account, it could be anyone. It could be, anyone this day, anyone the next day, and the day after.
This is one of the issues that the regulators are facing here. I think they're very concerned about the privatization of monetary policy. It almost takes us back to the pre-1640 times, where pre-Bank of England were issuing currency and everybody issued their own currency. So I think the initiative from Mark Carney to introduce a central bank cryptocurrency, I do think the BIS have been doing a lot of preparatory work around this area. I think we've heard that from Mark Carney. There are very good reasons why, particularly at zero and negative interest rates, you'd want to use a cryptocurrency rather than using cash. You can't stuff that under the mattress. So I think there's a lot of reasons why regulators and policymakers will want to slow down Libra and actually put something in place first.
But interestingly, we actually heard overnight that the House Financial Services Committee has asked the Fed to look into creating its own digital currency. So if anything, what this Libra initiative has done is brought this to the forefront for regulators. They've said, it looks like this is something that's on the horizon, whether it's coming from a company or from ourselves, and it's certainly escalated that conversation.
Yeah, and I think that, and it's, as you say, Elizabeth, it's definitely going to be there, and I think the central banks say, right, we've got to own this process, because otherwise we will have this private sector currency. And how do you manage monetary policy in that kind of environment? And I think that's the challenge that they face.
Do you think that, currently the central banks have swap lines that are organised and they transact with. Do you think if we move to something like that, that would relieve some anxiety in markets about potential liquidity issues?
I think the problem is we don't know. Then you come back to the stability of the organisation behind Libra, or whatever the new currency, cryptocurrency might be on the private sector. How do you choose which currency gets acceptance? So there'll be a whole range of issues. I think for the central bank perspective, effectively, they're just transferring digital codes at the moment. This is no different. But extending it from the central bank actions to the rest of the private sector.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.